When we think about studying abroad, what is the first thing that comes to our mind? Their education system is good. They have a strong economy and liberal visa policies towards Indian students. For the first time in my life, I wasn't working on weekends. It's technically illegal to work on weekends in France. And I found QS ranking, Times Higher Education, Financial Times, and the #1 ranked program back then, even today, was KEDGE Business School. The starting salary for a full-time job, as of today's information by the French government, is around 42,800 euros, roughly around 43,000 euros, which is roughly around 40 lakhs in Indian currency. That is the starting salary.
So there is like a parity between the living cost and the wages that they're earning. So if you're earning like approximately, hypothetically, if you're earning around 1 lakh, so your expenses would not reach to that amount and you would be able to save a major chunk of your salary as
In
well.
India.
In France, like
Okay.
hypothetically.
Yeah. So again, that's a very good question, because we often talk about salaries, we talk about taxes, we talk about return on investment. We do not talk about cost of living.
Yeah.
That's a very valid question. The cost of living as per Campus France,
Yeah.
which is government of France, for non-Paris cities is 7,400 euros.
Okay.
To be precise, 7,380 euros, 615 multiplied by 12, which is close to 6 lakhs per annum,
Oh,
right? This is what you need to have
less than half.
in your account to probably get a visa. So that's around 6 lakhs. Now, even this is not the complete answer. I have a surprise for you. French government gives you a housing subsidy, regardless of your nationality,
Oh,
which is up to 35%, right? So let's say your rent is probably 4 lakhs out of the 6 lakhs that you're paying, right? What is 35% of 4 lakhs? Roughly around 1.2 something, 1.3 something. That is going to be paid back to you every month. Yeah, so out of 6 lakhs, let's say you get paid around 2 lakhs, right? So the actual cost of investment for your cost of living is 4 lakhs.
okay.
I think that is more affordable than living in Gurgaon or south of Bombay.
A lot of students are actually going to understand this, because I have actually never heard about such cost of living, and
Yeah.
like you said, that it is easier to, or cheaper,
Yeah.
more affordable to actually get an MBA in France compared to getting an MBA in India.
Absolutely. Top 10 MBA or master's program. Master's programs would be roughly around 15 to 20 lakhs in France. And MBAs would be around, again, 20 to 80 lakhs for sure, but there is only one program that is 80 lakhs. That's one of the schools that you can find on Financial Times. Average is around 35 again. Now let's talk about the return on investment.
Yeah.
What is the average salary for top 10 Indian business schools? It's around 25
Yeah.
CTC. Let's say 30, not more than that. In France, your average salary would be around 43,000 euro. In fact, the starting salary would be around 43,000 euro. Our MBA program, the salaries range between 43 to 60,000 euros. Now, on your investment of roughly 20 to 30,000 euro, you're getting a return on investment which is 200x compared to India, where it's absolutely same.
So you're investing 20 lakhs and in return, you're getting
Around 50
40
to 55. If
Yeah.
I'm talking about MBA program,
Yeah.
yeah, 50 to 55 lakhs.
So I think that's the most amazing part. And I think when we were also talking, you said that the employability ratio is 95 to 97%.
It's around 100% within 6
100%.
months of graduation, thanks to the stay back visa France provides. Again, one of the very important information that your viewers should have.
Yeah.
When we think about studying abroad, a lot of us do not put a lot of emphasis on stay back visa. So every country has different stay back visa. Stay back visa is basically post-study work visa, which allows you to stay in a particular country and find an employment. For example, in UK, it's 2 years. In Ireland, it's 2 years. In the US, it's 1 year for business programs.
Yeah.
In France, it's up to 6 years, and I'll break it down how.
Yeah.
So first of all, there is an APS visa, which has a new name now, but it's called the stay back visa. Every Indian student who completes their master's in France is eligible for a 2-year stay back visa. Let's say both of us go to France tomorrow, both of us graduate, and both of us will have a 2-year stay back visa,
Okay.
right? Now, how about 6? So this is the stay back visa, which allows you to find a job.
Yeah.
Now, let's say Mahima and I are looking for a job, and Mahima gets a job today, and she's very happy, she's partying. I'm slightly sad because probably I'll get a job next month.
Yeah.
But Mahima will be able to apply for a work permit.
Yeah.
And that depends on multiple factors, of course, her salary, the kind of job she's applying for. But there is a visa called Passport Talent.
Okay.
It's a work permit up to 4 years.
Okay.
So if you qualify a certain salary, so as I said, it's roughly around 43,000 euro, and you're in a skilled job. For example, let's say you studied marketing and you get a job at Christian Dior in marketing. That's a skilled role. And you qualify for that salary, you would be eligible to apply for 4 years of work permit.
Okay.
So 2 plus 4 is 6. So that's why I say up to 6 years, not exactly 6 years, which is the longest visa for any nationality by any country.
And these are the kind of brands that, pick you up as well, like you mentioned.
France is known for fashion houses.
Yeah.
So fashion companies are definitely going to be recruiters. At KEDGE, you'd have Christian Dior, Louis Vuitton. I'll give you again a simple story. I go to KEDGE in 2015,
Yeah.
right? Imagine if this is 2015. And there is another student in my class called Saurabh Jagtap. He's a very good friend of mine, so I can take his name. I go with 6 years of experience. He comes with 0 experience, right? Because, in France, they do not only look at your profile, they look at work ex, they look at holistic profile. So he was coming from a partner university from Pune and goes for a master's. He had completed his engineering. While most of his friends got a job at TCS, Infosys, IT companies because he was an engineer. In India, every engineer gets a job probably in these companies. But he decides to take a plunge in foreign education, goes for master's, completes his master's at KEDGE. And before me, because I had 6 years of work experience, I was very sure that I would be getting a job at the end of the day. He gets a job before me at Louis Vuitton,
Oh,
right? I was very happy for him.
yeah.
And although I didn't want a fashion related job, I was looking for something else, which I
Yeah.
actually got. So I'm very happy with whatever I'm doing today.
Yeah.
I'm very happy for him. So these are the kind of experiences and journeys you would have, not just choosing KEDGE. I mean, any good business school in France, KEDGE for sure, because this is my alma mater. So I would talk about KEDGE and I would talk about KEDGE experiences and stories. So Christian Dior, Louis Vuitton, all of the fashion houses, they come for recruitment. You'd be surprised to know, last May, we had Lamborghini
Oh,
recruiting 8 students for various roles across the globe. So you would always have these opportunities.
so I've heard so many amazing things from you, but can you tell us a little bit more about the visa scenario for France?
Okay. Fairly easy compared to different countries, but still, I always say that. And in fact, that's a famous saying. Visa is not a right, it's a privilege. And the reason being, you can apply for a visa, but you can never be so sure that you would be getting a visa or not. But you can definitely prepare well. So if I only talk about French visa, I'm talking about the student visa. The application process is fairly simple. The first step is Campus France. So as soon as you have acceptance letter from the university and you have registered at the university, you can apply online. The process is completely online. Just simply go to Campus France website, register yourself, fill the form, and pay the Campus France fees, which is roughly around 18,000 rupees, and they would schedule your interview. That is the most important part of your visa process in the beginning. For example, as you would know that if you want to study in the US, the interview is conducted at US Embassy, right? And they make a decision immediately. Not for France. For France, the interview is conducted by Campus France. So that is stage 1. Barely takes 2 to 3 weeks depending on the availability of slots. Secondly, as soon as you complete your Campus France interview, you would receive NOC, which is no objection certificate. Immediately, you can apply for VFS.
Okay.
So for French visa, you never visit the embassy. You don't have to visit the embassy.
Okay.
Just apply on VFS website, fill the form, and then it would give you different slots. Just book your slot. You just go there with all the documents, submit your documents. The standard timeline for receiving the French student visa is 2 weeks.
Okay.
There is a checklist for sure. The checklist is available on the Campus France website, but largely it is pretty much same. Your offer letter, visa form, housing, funding. Funding is very important. As I was talking about funds, you need to show only 1 year of cost of living, which is 7,400 euro for non-Paris cities. And for Paris, it's 800 euros multiplied by 12, plus your 1 year of tuition fee.
Okay.
So even if you're going for a 4-year undergrad program, you just have to show 1 year of tuition fee.
Okay.
Because the student visa is initially given for 1 year.
So what would be the total amount that a student would have to show?
1 year of cost of living plus 1 year of tuition. So let's say your tuition fee is 10 lakhs and your cost of living is around 6 lakhs. So all you have to show is 16 lakhs. And you can show it in fixed deposit. As of today, by Campus France instructions, you can show fixed deposit or money in your savings account. You can also show money in your parents' or sponsors' account, or you can take a bank loan.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I think we've covered most of the things from education loan to visa to courses. Can you shine a little bit light upon the courses again? Talking more about the business course, because again, we always think that it would be France would be the best for art, for media and design, and for fashion and all these courses.
Yeah.
But when we come to business courses, so
Yeah.
can you talk a little bit about?
So we have a program in fashion, which is called Masters in Marketing. At KEDGE, if I only talk about KEDGE, France has different programs. There are 1,700 plus programs in English. At KEDGE, we have 38 management programs, out of which 20 plus are in English. So of course, there are traditional management programs. So there is consulting, strategy, marketing, international business, MBA, fashion, which is Masters in Marketing. You have digital marketing, you have data analytics, right? So these are different specializations that you can go for. At the same time, you have a Masters in Sports Management. The number one sports management program in France is taught at KEDGE. The number one wine program in France is taught at KEDGE Wine School.
Okay.
So you can study wine management, you can study sports management, or you can choose any of the master's program. Once you go to France, for example, if I make a comparison with Indian business schools, most of the business schools would be offering the flagship program, which is MBA. Just one. There are no specializations, no MIMs. Within program, you would have electives for sure, but not really so many specialized programs at Indian business schools these days. When you look at France, especially at KEDGE, you would have three different categories of programs. There would be MIM, which is Masters in Management, which is for people who have 0 to 3 years of experience. Then you have MBA, which is for people who have more than 3 years of work experience. And then, of course, you have specialized program, which is called master's programs. So within masters, you would have consulting, strategy, wine, sports, so on and so forth.
Thank you so much again for all the information that you've shared, and I'm sure that all of these things are going to be very beneficial for our students and our audience.
Yeah.
And I hope to have you soon again.
Absolutely, would be fun to come back.
So as you have seen, there has been so many things that we have talked about in this episode. And if you want to know more about France, about the courses, cost of living, or anything related to France, then make sure that you comment into the comment section, or you can reach out to us, and you can definitely reach out to Prayagraj through us, and we are going to see you in the next episode.